Welcome to the Expect Success Podcast, a presentation of GeorgeBollock.com with your host, George Bollock. This podcast is for all things personal development. Don't expect success, prepare for it. Please welcome your host, George Bollock.
Welcome to Expect Success at GeorgeBollock.com. Now, in addition to listening to our podcast, you could also view the video format on YouTube at GeorgeTube.com. Gabrielle Bernstein is an American motivational speaker, life coach, and author. Bernstein teaches primarily from the text A Course in Miracles. She teaches a practical application of her course's principles, emphasizing self-love, forgiveness, and a holistic approach to spirituality. Did you know we are always manifesting and attracting to us things we believe? Well, in today's episode, Gabby explains the 4 major blocks to your manifesting power and how you can overcome them. Here's Gabby.
Let's talk about manifesting. We are all always manifesting. We're always attracting to us what we believe, the energy that we put out, the thoughts that we have. So when we're in a story of something that we do want, we feel good about it, we put out an energy to the world that says, I'm a yes for that. And then the universe responds by bringing it to us. But we're also putting out vibes and stories and thoughts and beliefs for things that we don't want. And that energy is attracting towards us what we don't want. There are 4 major blocks to your manifesting power. The first one is the manic manifester. This is the person who has all the self-help books next to their bed, they're repeating positive affirmations, they're meditating, they're constantly looking at a vision board, they're telling all their friends what they desire, but they're doing it with an energy that's needy and frantic. And that energy is what attracts. So while they think that they're doing all the right things, their energy and their belief systems and their vibration are not aligned with what they desire. And this is a major block to your manifesting power. The next block is the pushy manifester. The pushy manifester believes that if they're not overworking, that nothing will happen for them. The harder I push, the more I'll achieve. That is really a big block to our manifesting power, because when we're in that pushy vibration and we're trying to force something to happen, we're not receptive. We're not in a place of allowing. And we are telling the universe what our list is, but we're not allowing the universe to give to us what is of the highest good. Then there's the fearful manifester. Fear is an epidemic. We are constantly plagued by fear throughout our day. The second that we turn on the news, the moment we wake up in the morning, the story goes on repeat, the loop of all the things that are not working. We have 60,000 thoughts a day, and the majority of them are the same thought repeated over and over and over again. And all those fear-based thoughts block us from our attracting power. So when we're stuck in fear, we are majorly blocking what we want by staying stuck in the story of what we don't want. And the final block is the judgmental manifester. And this is the person who's comparing themselves to others, very jealous, talking negatively about other people, in some ways talking negatively to themselves about themselves. And that judgment is a form of separation. When we're judging, we're separating ourselves from others, but we're also separating ourselves from our true nature. Our true nature is a sense of feeling interconnected. And when we are in a state of judgment, we block that connection. How have these different blocks held you back from stepping into the person that you want to be and attracting what you want into your life? Let's start with addressing the manic manifester. Your job right now is to really just let go and allow. You can keep meditating and you can keep putting your vision board together and you can continue to affirm what you desire, but check in with your energy. See how that energy may be frantic and manic, and in those moments, take a deep breath, release it. You can even use the affirmation, I desire this now, and I give it over to the universe to present it to me. Let it go, allow, and surrender. To clear the block of the pushy manifester, it's important to start to accept that you are supported far beyond your wildest imagination. And when you meditate and you relax and you tune in through your stillness, you can start to feel a sense of a presence beyond your own. And that presence is the presence of love within you and around you. Now, if you identify as a fearful manifester, working through your fear is a lot easier than we think. The simple shift that begins this healing of our fear is to just witness it, just look at it, just call it by its name. When we look at it, witness it, and call it out, we diffuse it. And the final block is the judgmental manifester. Start to want for others what you want for yourself. Start to see in others that their greatness is a reflection of your own. It doesn't matter which of these blocks is the hottest for you at this time. We all are blocking our manifesting power on a moment-to-moment basis. So do not judge yourself if you're noticing that these patterns are blocking you. Take these tips, apply one of these tools that I've given you today, and use it, and practice it regularly, and you will see miraculous changes in your life.
That's awesome. For more about Gabrielle Bernstein, simply search YouTube. And be sure to visit her website, GabbyBernstein.com. Her best-selling book, Super Attractor, is available at her website and or Amazon.com. And remember, as the late great Jim Rohn used to say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Today you've been hanging out with Gabrielle Bernstein, Buddy, and myself. So keep up the momentum, subscribe to our newsletter, and never miss another episode. We'll catch you on the next show. And thanks a million for listening. See ya.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Expect Success Podcast with your host, George Bollick. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please rate, subscribe, and review. And find more great content online at georgebollick.com and on Facebook and Twitter at George Bollick. We'll catch you next time. And remember, don't just expect success, prepare for it.